Street legal duo, bro. Let's go. We are back. But anyway, we're riding with the one and only Big J. Let's get it. Woo! So the real reason I wanted to make this video, I'm gonna give you my honest opinions on the e-bike crackdown is real. And there's many reasons behind it, and I'm going to go over it in today's video and give you my thoughts on it. But with that being said, bikes like this one right behind me are absolutely blowing up. These are now the bikes that are kind of sitting in between the e-moto to your typical e-bike range. Introducing the RIXOC GT19. This thing has a ton of features which I'm going to go over in today's video, along with a whole lot of other things. And overall, have a great time riding with the boys. But before we get into it, please like this video and subscribe if you haven't already. And anyway, let's get right to it. Alright, today's video, we're doing the RIXOC Q20. No, I'm just kidding. There's the RIXOC GT19. Gotta let Big J give it a try. Yeah, we're gonna unlock this thing later, but we're gonna keep it street legal for a short second. It's not terrible when it comes to power, and it feels nice because there's a full twist throttle. But it says it's 3,000 watts, which I believe. So a company that says it's 3,000 watts, and it actually is, I fully respect, because so many of these companies literally list their bikes at like 6,000 watts, and it's like 2. All right, the GT19, here it is. Right off the bat, you know, this thing is really not too bad. It's a really comfortable bike, especially when you're riding on streets. But anyways, like I said, we're gonna go ride with the boys. This is like my first time riding into town in at least the last month and a half because of the e-bike crackdown. Red on blue, bro. But anyway, we're riding with the one and only Big J. Let's get it. Woo! And then we got Skidzy up there. We're gonna be riding real close because he's on the same bike, but he actually has it unlocked right now. As you can tell, I'm locked on 20 miles an hour. This thing is a street legal bike. Might even be able to fit in the class 2 range. I don't even know the ranges too well. But this has a really simple way to adjust the speed limiter. It does take a little bit to get through the numbers, but anyway, I'm gonna do it right now because I'm already falling behind. Real quick, you're gonna do the plus and minus button, hold them both down. You're gonna go into these settings right here. Press the power button 4 times until you get to P04 right here, and then you can see it's 32 kilometers an hour. You're gonna put that all the way up to 100. Oh no, my throttle's gone because I'm adjusting the settings. It's alright, we'll catch up in a sec. We're gonna start pedaling. We got pedals on this thing. I don't know the last time I pedaled a bike. Probably the RIXOC days. But you put it all the way up to 100, hit the plus and minus button again, and there we go, we're off just like that. Let's see if we can get to top speed real quick on this short stretch. Alright, 28, 30, 31. Okay, yeah, we can definitely do that. Street legal duo, bro. Woo! Drag race? Yeah, sure. Who's chunkier? Okay, I see how it is. Alright, let's do a little drag race just for the giggles. Oh yeah, you come on, hop in, hop in. Full throttle. Oh, I got a late start. Hold on. Hold on. No, I'm not gaining nothing, bro. Okay, I might actually be warming up to the like ergonomics and how this thing feels when you ride it, but when I first hop on, the seat sits kind of low, and so the bars are a little bit more forward, and I don't know, it just feels different, especially since I've been riding my Razor and my RTR and stuff like that recently, which are, you know, very upright. We're street legal, bro. Give it up. I don't know the last time I rode into town, bro. It's got to be at least a month and a half. We got the banana peel, bro. Literally. It's kind of weird. You sit low. I mean, anyone could really ride it. Alright, we got Ian over there on the RIXOC. He actually has my old 52 volt battery, so he's got all the range in the world. We got JJ, otherwise known as Apex Ride on YouTube. Make sure to go check him out. And then we got Chris up there. He's a pretty chill dude. But anyway, we're going to go have some fun on these things. How's it going, man? Have a good one. So I've really been thinking deeply about these type of bikes, especially the Frigo X2. They just came out with an X3. I got some news coming up on those because I might have the chance to review them. But anyway, I really wanted to get my hands wet and see what these things were about and see what the kind of power they offer as well. Yo, we got the whole biker gang, bro. What is there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It says 6 counting me. Let's go. We are back. And see, this is a good group of kids. I've talked to all these guys. You know, became good friends with a few of them. Known a few of them from before. It really matters like who you ride with now because everyone always wants to do these huge group rides and whatnot and just tear everything up, go crazy, be the life of the party. And that's really what causes all this nonsense. And you get so many calls. And then you get to the point where you have no reason to defend yourself when it comes to enforcing the law on these things. Or not even just a law, but when someone comes up and talks to you about the way you act on these bikes. No. Come on, come on, come on. Oh. God. No, bro.
Are you good?
I'm fine, bro.
Oh, you were just laying there for a second, bro.
Dude, I was just like, oh my God. All right, the glove's got personality now. Sticky, bro. No, it's got cruise control. And so I was sitting there pinned the entire time.
Well, it definitely could take a crash.
Let me start talking about some features of this thing, because I'm not gonna lie, for $1,500 it's really good. No, the quality up here in the cockpit is super nice. Starting off with this throttle, a lot of these bike brands, like even the Lennox I posted a video on last week, which is that dirt bike, it just has a crappy throttle. It's plastic, the grips are terrible, and it's got a delay. I don't know if that's the controller's fault or the throttles. And even on the happier one, it has like a weird half like throttle, and the grip is bigger, where this is just straight up, you know, it's nice, really snappy. And of course, you got a nice display. I've never seen anything like it. It's kind of long. It's a little loose on my bike right now, but it shows everything. The typical information. Is it Big J approved? Let's get it. And then on the left here, we got a light switch, turn signals. It even has brake lights, little horn, plus minus button for the modes. I already told you how to unlock it. Simple stuff, but very nice quality. And now getting into the suspension, going up front, pretty good. And then the rear, like I said, isn't terrible, but it's not Surron type, okay? You're not gonna have a lot of travel, but it's definitely noticeable, so that's nice. Oh, look, he picks up pretty good. This is definitely a 3,000 watt hub motor. It feels just like one. Like I was saying at Big J earlier, like a lot of brands just really upscale what the motor can really do, and it's just wrong. You get the bike and it's so underwhelming. So the real reason I wanted to make this video is really just to talk about the e-bike problem. You know, in our town, the crackdown on e-bikes has been real for about the past 2 months. And it really came out of nowhere too. But I was definitely expecting. I was calling it so long ago that this town was going to be rolled. Literally last year, I was like, by the start of summer, maybe by the end if we're lucky. But I was calling it very soon. Yes, sir. And the real problem is, and the cause of all this, is the little kids. You know, there might be a little more you could throw in, some other reasons. Maybe even the bikes themselves, the parenting, blah, 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 blah. But the real core reason of all this is the little kids who get bikes. And they hop on, have no respect for others, don't care the consequences that come with their actions, and really just don't ride responsibly. And you know, it really sucks because people that have been riding for a couple years now, like me and Skidsy right behind me, you know, we care about how we come across to other people. You know, even like when we go eat at a restaurant or something, we have people asking us questions about the bikes and all that. And then we just go into why we ride and, you know, the real reasons behind it, and even just, you know, show that we have a little bit of respect, right? Maybe that there's a little bit of hope for our teenagers in our world today. And you know, when it comes to stuff like that, there's a reason. You know, it's a lot more than just riding and the bikes themselves, you know. And you have these little kids that just don't care, like I was saying earlier. And it sucked because then immediately you get grouped into the idea that you're just like them. I mean, absolutely immediately. And you could tell, I mean, especially with all these kids, you know, they got the bikes for Christmas, you know, their parents just got it for them, blah, blah, blah. And as soon as they see them out riding, you know, people just drive in, see how they ride, and then come in. There's so many things on our Facebook, on our town's Facebook, you know, just absolutely going after these kids who come in to even just restaurants. You know, they come sit down, they bring their bikes inside, get everything all dirty. They come in and ask for water cups, go get some sodas, blah, 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 and then leave a big mess behind. You know, it's just a terrible look. And if you really think I'm making a big deal out of this, and, you know, be like, oh, well, it's just e-bikes, you know, it's just riding, blah, blah, blah. You know, go off with that, and that can be your opinion, but that just displays the type of person you are. And that can already put a bunch of assumptions down on what I think you're like as a person. So I don't really care. And so really, they all got bikes, rode like complete idiots, and now everyone has to pay for it. That's the part that really makes me mad. If you know me in person, I have some strong opinions on it. But really, that's the part that gets at me. And you meet a lot of people through this, you know, grow some really nice friendships, and actually be with people that want to be outside, right? On their bikes, having fun. And it's just the nice, respectful way of having a good time with bike life. And now it's just to the point where every time you go out, you're worried about what the cops are gonna do, what people think of you, blah, blah, blah. And now that all comes across. And that's why bikes like this, I think, are getting a ton of attention right now. And so let's go over a few more things about this thing and have some more fun with the boys. You know, I'm actually really starting to like the power of this. No, nothing crazy, of course, like the RTR. But for a hub motor, it's pretty solid, and you really don't need nothing more for this bike. This thing's packing a 30 amp hour battery, like I said. I don't know if I mentioned earlier, but a 52 volt. And then a 3,000 watt motor. So pretty solid stuff when it comes to power. Another thing I like is the speedometer. I tested it earlier. Very accurate, so no problem there. You're actually going the speed it says. So when it comes to the question if I would daily this, definitely yes, especially with the street legality. But even just as a bike itself, if you don't have a problem with, you know, needing a bike to be street legal, I think you can definitely daily this and be happy with it. Alright, let's see top speed on this thing real quick. I don't even think I've done it in this video yet. Full throttle, mode 5, which is the highest. Let's see what we can get. There's a red star. Already crushing a red star, so for like $400 more, you're beating a red star. 33, 34. Looks like we're topping out just around 34, 35. So I'd say safe 34 miles an hour. Once you hit the throttle, I think you're above like 24, 25 miles an hour. Cruise control kicks in a little bit. So just be careful with that. As y'all could tell earlier with that little crash, I was going full throttle for the burnout. And I didn't even know it had the cruise control, so I just absolutely ate it. The whoop section, bro. Come on, JJ. Oh! JJ's got that. Oh yeah. Off-road to road, we're flying, let's go. Yeah, I can definitely see myself dailying this thing. So if it comes down to that, you want a good bike for the summer, you know you're a kid, you want to go have fun in your town, this is definitely a bike that can do it. Look, I'm literally still on full battery right now, and I've been riding for 8 miles now. I love that a lot of brands are starting to move up and realize that 20 amp hour batteries are not going to cut it, especially with the power that these bikes are now pulling. Let's try these brakes out real quick. The rear is actually on the right side where the throttle is. Oh, pretty easy, it locks up. The RIXOC GT19, blue and red. These things are awesome. Hold it! Yeah! If you're worried about... Bro, how many of them were there? That was at least 8. Holy smokes, bro. So if you're worried about power in this thing, don't even worry. I mean, this has plenty of power to have fun, especially on a bike like this. Got a little horn on here. Of course, got our headlights. Pretty bright, pretty bright. So I would say, like, this is the first type of bike like this, again, street legal. I was just wanting to get my hands on one. So this is really my first impressions. But any other bike that was kind of like it was definitely the Anycon, because it has 19-inch wheels and kind of the same feel and power. This, I low-key think, has more power than the Anycon. The Anycon may have a little bit top speed, but off the line, these things definitely are not alike when it comes to power. But I mean, other than that, a lot of the e-bikes I've tried out have just been fat tire, you know, typical moped-style e-bikes, and then e-motos. So I definitely love this style. You know, you can go out and have a good time. It kind of brings back the Red Star days, and you know, you're not out here riding dirt all the time, just tearing everything up with an e-moto. But when it comes to looks, it's really not too bad. It has a really long, like, banana-looking seat and whatnot, but it has carbon fiber front and rear fenders. We threw on my own decal that actually matches this bike perfectly, and it looks so much better that way. And the 19-inch tires gives it a good height. And other than that, just the graphics on it and the frame is really not too terrible. Usually a little bit of carbon fiber up here if it's... Alright, now there's really nothing else to go over besides maybe a couple flaws. I'm going to give you my honest opinions on this. First, brakes. If you know me in person, you know I absolutely hate the Logan brakes. I think they're terrible when it comes to... I don't know if it's a bleeding issue or how it works, but it's just the fact that you could barely press it in a few times and then they're great. But even like wait 2 seconds, then they're terrible again. So I really hate the e-bikes that come with those. Again, brakes can be an easy thing you can swap out, but also big pain. And especially if you just got a new bike and you care about the brakes. I don't know if that would deter you or not, but they still definitely work, you know, but it's not as strong unless you give it a few little taps. Next flaw from there, maybe just the rear suspension. This is not even that harsh. It's really not too bad compared to other bikes in this category, but maybe make it a bit softer or make it so the swing arm can actually travel some more. Sometimes on bikes, that's the big problem, really, besides the suspension. But I'm going to be completely honest, besides that, there's nothing like that's a big flaw that's wrong with the bike. You can always debate with people on that, but it really just comes down to your style and what you like and what you don't like. But when it comes down to functionality, everything works on this thing. I love it. I'm really starting to sound like one of the nerdy e-bike reviewers, which I absolutely hate, but when I'm getting my hands on a bike like this, because of a crackdown situation, I kind of want to be real with y'all because I know it affects a lot of people. But now that I tried this out and got my hands on a bike like this, I think now that I'm going to go the next step up and maybe towards a Frigo. I'm not gonna release anything yet, but I've been working a little bit with them, and I really want to do a mod series, especially on the Frigo X2. I think that's one of the cleanest bikes in this category. And let me know if you guys want to see something like that. Oh, look at this, we're going 36 miles an hour now. Okay, that beats the 34 from earlier. Maybe 37. No, 36 looks like that's what it is. Not too bad. But yeah, let me know what you guys would think of a series like that, modding a Frigo and making it my nice street build. But anyway, probably nobody else is watching this video right now. I've been doing too much talking. But stay tuned for the future. Like this video if you haven't already. Subscribe if you're not part of the crew. And I'll see you on the next one. Let's go. Peace.
I've been rolling on this road.